This is Eli.
Not yet. All right, we're about to do it. All right, starting this thing up in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to the Comic Book Bullies. We're Nerdist New Bully. I'm your host, Leroy, a.k.a. The Big Bang, with my co-host.
This is Eli Theodore Logan.
That feels like, oh, yeah. No. Theodore Logan Roosevelt. Our
Bill
president.
and Ted's son.
Who?
Ted Theodore Logan. Bill and Ted's.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's a old reference. Okay.
Are you saying it's not Logan? I was thinking of Wolverine. Huh?
I was thinking of Teddy Roosevelt for some reason. I like his middle name, Logan. Okay. Yeah, so we're back with the episode, and not a whole lot happened, but a whole lot happened. We're just going to dig into it. Like I said, next week is supposed to be the big week that we may or may not talk about. Eli, we got to talk about it again, even though we've been talking about it. This coronavirus is just out of control.
Yeah.
Just so like I said, the CDC has came out and basically telling everybody to do the same thing. Wash your hands. Don't wipe your face. You know, they're saying that yes, babies and old people are in danger, but if you're in health, you could probably survive from it. Matter of fact, they got this big thing about that over 3,000 people in the world have died from coronavirus, but not saying that like over 100,000 people have been cured from it.
Yeah.
You know, but people are still freaking out all over the place because now everything is getting shut down left and right. There was this Emerald City Comic Con or something. People started dropping out left and right. DC dropped out. Valiant dropped out. They was like, well, fuck it. Valiant dropped out. No reason for us to keep going. So just shut the shit down. You know. XXW. What is that?
South by Southwest.
Oh. Why did I not make that connection? But anyway, they got shut down.
Yeah, that's huge. That's like a big ass film. A lot of movies that end up getting released in theaters usually goes through there and get picked up or sold at the South by Southwest.
Yeah, so that's the first time that has been canceled in like 30 years. You know, and they did it because of the coronavirus. They said they actually did find a case of coronavirus in Texas, so everybody's freaking out. You know,
it's almost everywhere. It's in my state now. They found it in my state.
Yeah, it's
a flu. I mean, we knew it was it's the flu. It's gonna spread. That's what they do. It's just be smart about it. Yeah.
Right, but like I said, the media is freaking us out over this stuff. You know, I'm just like, oh wow, like it's getting to the point now that if you're in a public place and if anybody just coughs, the music shuts off. Everybody backs away from them, like, you know.
It's like an Old West saloon. Everybody looks at you.
Music. What? Like, oh, no, I'm clearing my throat. No. He's one of them. You know, so it's getting just that bad. And Eli, what really hurt me is that James Bond 007 No Time to Die has been pushed back.
Oh, okay.
That hurt me, man. That hurt me. I was like, now you're affecting my, livelihood. Because I was looking forward to that movie. I was like, okay, because it was due out in like a few weeks.
Yeah, it was coming soon.
They were already doing the marketing budget. They was already promoting.
Yeah.
Daniel Craig was on Saturday Night Live last night promoting the movie.
Yeah, so they pushed it to flu season.
Yeah, so promote a movie he doesn't have. All on my timeline, I keep getting feeds about, oh, come see our movie. Like, you don't have a movie. What are you promoting? So somebody said they should change the name from No Time to Die to just Time to Die and put the movie out now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, crazy stuff. Did you set your clock back?
Or forward, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have to anymore. This digital, the cloud does it for you.
That's the world we live. We live in the future now. You don't have to guess about this shit. Because we're old enough to remember that we could remember, is it spring forward or fall forward or spring back?
Yeah.
Like, I literally came to work 1 hour early one time.
Yeah, spring backwards.
That didn't even make any sense. But yeah, I was in the parking lot at work early, realized, fuck, well, I can't leave now because I'm just wasting gas now. So I might just sit here in the parking lot, just do nothing, you know. But now you don't have to worry about that stuff. You can just be at home, wake up, and it'll just adjust everything in your house, just adjust itself. Nobody has analog anything nowadays as far as clockwise. Not your watch, not your house clock, anything. So you don't have to worry about this stuff anymore where you have to actually physically get up and set your clock now. But that's the thing that passed. So
I think I did it on my microwave. I think that's about it.
That's about it, you know. But why your microwave? Does your microwave care if it's 3:00 in the morning?
Sometimes it's just a quick little reference.
It'll just bother you if not, Yeah, so it was something I was going with this. Okay, yeah. Okay, like I said, we live in woke culture now. This is the woke culture. Some people saying that we should get rid of daylight saving time.
Yeah, we should. We don't need it.
Oh, I thought I was going to argue with you about this. Okay,
no,
so
I don't.
You're cool with that. Okay.
I don't. Yeah. Well, let us fall back and then leave it.
I mean, but basically what they said is that they did it for the reason it even exists. And like I said, I just looked this up real quick on Wikipedia, whatever. Reason it exists because they wanted to get an extra hour just to get extra hour out of workers, just to milk them, in the daylight.
I thought it was for the harvest or farmers or
some shit like whatever reason that they used to need it for, they don't need it for it anymore.
Okay. Oh, so they equating it to slavery, and that's what massa getting us
something. Like I said, all the woke people are saying like this is it's an injustice and all that stuff like that. Oh. Some states have already abolished it. Some states don't even recognize daylight savings.
Well, where are they at? Because I'd love to go.
I don't know. Or maybe some countries. I don't know. It's either a state or country, somewhere like that. But they've gotten rid of it, and they just eventually somebody may just pass a law, but just get rid of daylight savings altogether. Because they saying basically it's not needed.
Yeah, and because your body gets off its. I mean, I've heard people get fucked up from springing forward, and it adds to depression and sleep loss and fatigue, and it's just not good for your health because your body has this natural circadian rhythm that is supposed to get tired when it's dark out, and when it's the sun's still up at 9 o'clock at fucking night. It's kind of hard to, be in bed by 10, 11 o'clock if you got to work in the morning.
Right, because it's going to take us all about a week for our body to adjust to this.
Yeah, that's why it's you have 12 hours of daylight and 12 hours night. The sun rises at 6 and sets at 6. That's how it should be. That's what the day is. And that's why,
So we're on board with this. We're on board with this. We need
I'm totally on board, yeah.
Okay, yeah, let's start this up. We're part of the woke movement now.
Yeah, man.
Down with daylight savings.
Yeah, just give me my nighttime back.
Right. Because that 1 hour they took away from me this morning fucked me up,
Yeah.
Still had to go to work.
I was sitting around fucking around and shit. Oh shit, it's midnight. I better get a hold of Leroy.
Let's put another hour. We probably recording this shit like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, no shit.
I mean, technically,
Yeah.
Let me say, let's move on to the next part of the podcast. Okay. Right. So, like I said, this is the box office number. We're talking about the box office, and we're going to go from it. And Eli, give it to me. What is the number one movie of the week?
Oh, you know what? I have no idea. I didn't even go. Is it still Invisible Man?
It is not Invisible Man. It has been beaten by Onward.
Onward. Oh, that's the cartoon. That's another
cartoon,
Pixar. So Disney's back.
It's Disney. It's Pixar.
Yeah.
Disney of the Disney. So yeah, this is a Disney movie out, Pixar movie out. Killing, of course, we knew it was gonna kill. I didn't see it. My parents saw it with my nephew. My mom said it was sad. I was like, cartoon. You know what? I'm saying that.
All those Pixar movies are
those
sad.
Toy Story movies fucked me up. I didn't see the fourth one because that third one I was like, I'm done with this shit. Fuck this. There's no reason that a toy movie should traumatize you. So what the fuck are kids doing when they see this shit? That's what I'm wondering. But
all Disney movies, fucking parents die and all that shit.
Right? They're like, no, this shit is traumatic, man. This shit is stressing me out.
Lion King, man, that's fucked up. Scar,
really, you didn't expect that shit, man.
Scar has got to be one of the illest villains of all time.
Long live the king, and just throw his own brother off the damn cliff.
And then blame it on his nephew. Like, that's some twisted, fucked up, serial killer shit.
We talking. You haven't seen the CGI Lion King, have you?
No, man.
Okay. It don't have the same impact with that scene. Is it like they just no facial expressions? Is it like long live the king? Oh, I'm falling. Because the CGI, no, it's like a dead inside. Oh no, I'm falling to my death. Ooh. So number 2, we have The Invisible Man, which I actually got a chance. Me and my brother went to see it this weekend.
So you saw a horror movie?
I did, because I didn't want to see Onward. It was like, I'm either see Onward or I'm going to see... Because honestly, if Birds of Prey was still there, I would have saw that a third time. But alas, it's gone.
It's gone already.
It's gone already. Here today, gone tomorrow. So yeah, I went to see Invisible Man. Fuck it, I'll talk about it now. Fine, I'll talk about it now. So, Invisible Man, I saw it. I'm surprised you didn't see this. I thought there was going to be like an Invisible Man review podcast or something.
I don't know, man. Well,
this is your wheelhouse. It's not my wheelhouse.
It looked. I wasn't sold on it. I saw the trailers. I'm like, I don't know.
Okay. I'm not gonna get into too much spoilers about the movie itself. I'll put it like this: it was a good movie. It was a lot better than the trailers made it out to be. I was actually impressed. It's not really like a horror movie. It's more like a thriller suspense movie. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
You know, that's what's really about, because the movie is about the Invisible Man. He's really just fucking with one person the entire time. Like Elizabeth Moss, she's just fucking with her. And the thing is, Elizabeth Moss, man, she acted her ass off in this movie. Like, I'm not saying she needs an Oscar or anything like that, but she needs something for this movie, because she really made you feel like, man, this dude is fucking with me. Because it's an Invisible Man movie. There's nobody there. So she's acting like somebody's fucking with her the whole time. Because you realize how good she's acting when Invisible Man starts fucking with other people and just look like, you know, the scene in Fight Club where dude was just fighting himself.
Oh, okay.
It looked like that. Like, y'all not selling me on this. Elizabeth Moss was selling me on this, you know. Oh.
So she should do a Marvel movie or a Star Wars movie.
Right.
She'd be just acting against like green people and shit.
That's basically what she would do. At least she have a green screen and that one. There's nothing there.
Reacting to a tennis ball.
Right. At least give her something to act. So yeah, it was a very intense, unsettling movie that I was watching. Basically, I'm gonna just give you a quick, I'm not gonna go too much detail about the movie. Basically, what the movie is, this is a Me Too movie. This is a woke horror movie.
I gathered that from the trailer.
So they don't beat around the bush with this. This is what the movie is. Basically, she was in an abusive relationship with this tech mogul with like that. She's like, fuck it, I get the fuck out of here. She left. The dude faked his death so everybody think he's dead, but really he's invisible, just fucking with her the whole time. And she's just like, I can't talk right now because he's in the room. And people are thinking like she means like, oh, his spirit is still with her. Like, oh, we understand. You're still not over it. Like, no. He's in the room right now looking at us. And they're just like, okay, yeah, this bitch is crazy. You know? So you can see her like descent into insanity just going with it. And even make you start questioning, like, I know the movie's called Invisible Man, but is she crazy? You know? Oh. So start making...
that's the thing, man. This Invisible Man sounds kind of fucking soft. I'm just saying.
It's like... not, because I know every time we go see a horror movie, no matter how fucked up it is, you say the same thing every time. It wasn't gory enough. I'm like, what the fuck, man? He ripped his ball sack out through his nostrils and shit. Like, but I wanted more. I'm like, damn, Eli. So no, they didn't do this in this movie. It's not like a huge gore. There was scene where it was like gory left and right, but it wasn't that. This is like it felt like like those J horror movies.
Yeah.
Felt like that. That's exactly what it felt like. It was also made by the guy that wrote the first Saw movie.
Okay,
yeah. So the reason I'm saying it's like a Me Too movie, because the whole movie is about the, like, she's basically trying to skip her ex-boyfriend, and and we don't know the whole details about what he did to her while she was living with him, but you kind of get a sense that, I mean, they confirmed it was physical abuse, definitely knew it was emotional abuse, mental abuse, very possibly and very strong hint at sexual abuse. So when she leaves him and she escapes from him, you can tell that she's still like carrying that trauma with her. Like wherever she goes, in her mind is there, and you can relate that to survivor, victims of the domestic violence. That's what I meant to say. So you can relate that to that, and that's basically what they're saying here, is that because that's what people are thinking. Even though he's invisible and he's literally in the room fucking with her, when he keeps mentioning her, they just thinking like, oh, you can't. He's still on your mind. He's still living in your brain rent free. You need to seek help. You need to get away from this, and that's a real thing. So basically, he is the physical personification of her trauma, which I thought was great. I think that fact may have maybe missed with some people, because people are like, oh, it wasn't as woke as you want to think. Like, no, it was. It definitely was. It was there. They wasn't hitting around with it.
No, the last woke horror flick I saw was Black Christmas, and that shit sucked.
Now, did it suck because it was woke? That's the thing.
No, it sucked because it wasn't a horror movie. It was like did anybody die? I don't even
okay.
There was like no horror in it. Like, it was like, I don't give a shit if you're woke and you're trying to, you got some social commentary. I don't give a fuck. That's what art is for in my book. I don't give a shit.
That's what horror movies are for.
yeah, I mean, but at least give me what a horror movie is. Give me some killing. Give me some blood.
Mm-hmm.
And Black Christmas had none of that shit.
Okay, well, they just sound like a
but
shit movie.
But it was woke as fuck. It was less woke, more blood.
So, and that's the thing about, like, people are complaining about these horror movies now. Oh, why does the white guy have to be the serial killer and Invisible Man? I'm like, wasn't he a white guy in other movies too? I mean,
they race changed him. They would have pissed.
That would have pissed everybody else off. I mean, hell, every monster in a horror movie is a white dude. I mean, don't get mad now because of 2020. This shit been going on since they've been started, since Night of the Living Dead. Whatever it was. So, and that's the thing. Like, these horror movies, like, and that's the thing. People are always talking about agenda and this woke stuff like that. Movies have had agendas like forever, especially every horror movie I can think of had an agenda. Jason, Friday the 13th, has an agenda. Mm-hmm. Because the whole movie is about these unruly kids that just disobey everything. They smoke, they drink, they fuck,
It's basically good Christian living. Like, this is what happens when you drink and have sex and premarital sex. This is what
right. Yeah, because that's the only people Jason come after. And who lives at the end of the movie every time? The virgin.
Yeah. The final girl. Yeah.
So that's the rule that they're trying to do. It's the same thing like in Halloween or in a lot of these slasher movies. The same thing. You're promiscuous, you die. So there's always an agenda with any one of these movies. Yeah. I don't know why people think it's a thing now that it just happened. No, they've been doing this. Oh. So yes.
So it's good. So is should I go see it?
That's the thing. I wouldn't recommend this movie to everybody except you.
My thing is, like, okay, it's the Invisible Man, and he's hung up on his ex.
Yep.
I'm like, okay, she's not even that hot,
right?
And you're invisible. You could, like, you're invisible. You got, like, this awesome power. Why are you fucking trying to fucking hang out with your ex? That's like the stupidest thing to do.
You should be like Kevin Bacon and Hollow Man.
Yeah.
Just fucking with everybody,
just go to the bar and just, like, pick up drinks and for drunk chicks. Look at your drink is coming to you floating on air. Your panties would be dropping. He could get so much new pussy.
Right.
If he was the Invisible Man, but he's hung up on frumpy old Elizabeth Moss.
Right. But you know what? They actually have a conversation about that, because, like, he's fucking with her the whole time, and she just, like, at the lowest point, she's like, why me? I am a frumpy looking chick. You can have any chick you want to. Why are you fucking with me? So they hint at that stuff, and you can insinuate why, because she's easy to control, she's easy to manipulate, all this stuff.
I thought she was going to say, because you suck good dick. Because that I mean, I can understand that. Some chicks,
see, if he was saying that would have turned into like
it just comes down to a blowjob.
That would have turned into like a Marlon Wayans parody or some shit if she said some shit like that.
You could have the hottest bitch, but she sucks at sucking dick.
She's such a mean dick.
But you have a big old huge cow who just, like, you got to pull the sheets out of your ass when you're done, because they work, They put in that extra work. That's hard to give up. I get that now. Okay, maybe I will see this.
Now it's believable. Like, you could accept the fact as an Invisible Man was science fiction, but him messing with this chick, that's too much science fiction for you.
I can't give it up. I can't give her up, man. She'll put her mouth anywhere. That's a hard thing for a man to give up.
just stalk you the whole time. So, oh man. So, let's go. Oh, score 4 out of 5. I started thinking about, like, I really enjoyed this movie, but is it better than Hollow Man? That's the thing, because everybody remembers Hollow Man.
Yeah, I didn't even think Hollow Man. I thought Hollow Man was
I figured. we really have different tastes in horror.
Well,
I realized.
Dude, Paul Verhoeven made that shit, man. That should have been rated X.
RoboCop?
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Starship Troopers, Total Recall,
Didn't know that. Okay.
Showgirls.
Wow. Okay, I didn't know that. But like I said, Hollow Man, just an awesome movie, And I was thinking, like Hollow Man stands to its time. Will this movie stand to its time? Will we be talking about the movie 20 years from now? I don't think so. Especially because the movie is, like, really, really slow at the beginning. That's why I say it's not a horror movie, it's like a thriller.
What was cool, though?
What's that?
The Memoirs of Invisible Man that John Carpenter made with Chevy Chase. Yeah, I thought that was awesome.
It was okay. I was expecting more horror. Funny. That was kind of like a
It was a bit of a comedy. But,
yeah, kind of like a comedy. It was like, I guess it was okay. I don't know. If you're looking for it to be anything like the H.G. Wells novel, it has nothing to do with it. If you're looking for it to be like the Ralph Ellison novel, where it's about the black man being ignored, invisible in the society of America, it's not like that either. So just let you know. Yeah, we're not that woke, not yet. And that's back in the 30s. People pissed about wokeness now. That was back in the 30s.
Yeah.
So
now did you remember? I don't think you have, but Amazon Women on the Moon. It's like an old stupid comedy, like kind of like Kentucky Fried Movie, just a bunch of short vignette comedy sketches called Amazon Women on the Moon. Arsenio Hall's in it. It's fucking hilarious. Just watch that beginning with Arsenio Hall. In fact, I'll post it to the fucking site so you can watch it.
Okay.
But anyways, there's a segment called The Son of the Invisible Man.
Okay.
And he thinks he's invisible, but he's not. So he's running around naked.
Oh shit!
And it's fucking hilarious. It's like it's shot in black and white, so it looks like it's the old Universal horror and shit. And everyone's like, "Hey, here comes the Invisible Man again!" And he's all walking around naked. Who first? You gotta find me, and it's fucking hilarious. Yeah. So.
Oh man. So yeah. Oh, my score 4 out of 5.
4 out of 5.
I almost gave it 4.5 out of 4, but like I said, it's not better than Hollow Man. Yeah. Oh, what I was going to say is that the first 2/3 of the movie like super slow, and to the point like, okay, wrap it up, where we're going. But then the third act, it really got going. I was like, okay, we're there now. But yeah, it was almost to a point like 5 minutes into it, like when it got super slow, like, okay, y'all need to speed this up. But yeah, 4 out of 5, Invisible Man. Everybody go see it except Eli. So. Number 3, The Way Back, the Ben Affleck movie, basketball movie. I started look at that. I was like,
Dangerous Minds with basketball, huh?
It is. I'm worried about those basketball movies because I don't want to see another Hoosiers. Where everybody think it's some uplifting movie and it's really just a bunch of white dudes just beating up this all black basketball team. So it's like, I don't know. Number 4, Sonic the Hedgehog. Number 5, Call of the Wild. Number 6, Emma. Number 7, Bad Boys for Life. Number 8, Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn.
Number 8. Huh.
Number 8, still in there. Still hadn't hit 200 million yet.
Damn.
So it's rough. It's rough on Harley Quinn. Number 9, Impractical Jokers, the movie you talked about. And number 10, My Hero Academia, Heroes Rising.
Anime.
Yeah, so that is a thing.
It's losing money because everyone thinks it's going to have coronavirus in there. They're going to catch coronavirus from it.
Probably.
Or is that just me being an asshole?
Nowadays, that's the rule. That's the thing everybody's going to say nowadays. Everybody's losing money because of coronavirus. You know what movie is really going to suffer? Mulan.
Oh, shit.
They specifically made it movie for age. It comes out in 2 weeks. And they didn't push it back. They're like, fuck it, we're just going to come out with it. I guess it's just like, it's too far. We're losing money pushing shit back. You can tell with James Bond, they're losing money pushing shit back. So they're just like, fuck it, just put it out.
But that's the thing about people are really reacting badly to the coronavirus
because that's the media. That's what the media does.
Yeah, just wash your hands, and if you're sick, stay home.
Right.
It's bad if your grandpa gets it. It's not bad if you get it, but you don't want I'd be worried if my dad got it. He's elderly.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you got to worry about. It's like a regular flu. But this one is a little bit bad. It's a little rough. It's basically like getting pneumonia.
Yeah.
If you had pneumonia, that's not fun. But
so we're not becoming Resident Evil, I Am Legend, The Walking Dead.
Yeah. So everyone needs to chill out. You can eat at the China buffet. I still do.
I'm not. I'm not that trusting of you.
I don't give a shit.
You like to live dangerously, huh?
I don't give a fuck up the China buffet.
Next episode on Fear Factor, Eli goes to a Chinese restaurant.
Yeah, you ain't gay because you're gonna get it. Because you're gonna get it everywhere else.
You only die once. Give me the Mugu got pan.
Yeah, you probably got it from the movie theater.
Oh shit.
Or something else, or E. coli, or some other shit.
Something. They even talking about canceling NBA games now because of this shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're really going too far. Anyway, let's move past it. Like I said, the media talks about coronavirus enough. We can talk about some other shit than the coronavirus.
All right.
Eli, did you? I just saw something I wanted to talk about. Did you see that trailer for that new Justice League Dark cartoon, Apocalypse War?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Okay.
You sent it. Did you send it or did you just post it?
I think I just posted. Yeah, I didn't send it. Okay. So, like I said, we saw the trailer. It's like their new one in their DC animated universe canon cartoon, whatever like that. Basically, Darkseid comes to Earth, fucks up everything. And I think Constantine or Swamp thinks we got to fix him or whatever. Okay. Here's the reason I want to talk about this. Because what I think is that I'm thinking this is the Snyder Cut.
Oh, yeah?
I think so. Like I said, nobody else is talking about it, but I think it is. Because, like I said, we know the Snyder Cut doesn't exist. They never filmed it. They never, finished the CGI on it. But DC actually has a track record of using, like, unused scripts and repurposing them for other projects. They've done it before. So I'm thinking they did take pieces of the Snyder Cut. Because the thing is, people keep saying, why don't they use the animated guys to work on these movies? They do. The same guy that make all these DC movies like that, he was working on BVS. He was working on Just League, all this shit like that. So he was privy to all the scripts Zack Snyder used. So he probably did look at Zack Snyder's script and you like, you know what? He's not doing shit with it. I'm gonna just work some things around, fit in my universe, bam, bam, boom, bam, 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 thank you, ma'am, and make a movie. That's it. Because Zack Snyder, like his third Just League or second Just League movie was like Darkseid was gonna come to Earth, kick everybody's ass. Time is going to go by, and it's just going to be apocalypse hell on Earth, which is basically what this movie looks like. The same thing. So I'm just like, okay, And the reason I said it because, like I said, DC has done this before. They had a movie, and I don't know why I never got a chance to talk about this on this show, but in the early 2000s, they were working on the Green Arrow movie, and the movie was going to be called Supermax, where Green Arrow was going to be framed for a crime he didn't commit. He was going to be stuck in the Supermax with all of the supervillains that he arrested before. Some weird shit was going to go down, and he going to have to fight his way out of the prison past all the supervillains. So, movie never got made. But, fast forward to, I guess, 2018, 2016, something like that, Arrow has a TV show. Same thing happens. He get locked up for a crime he didn't commit, stuck in prison with all his supervillains, got to fight his way out. It was the entire season 6 of Arrow. Well, not the entire season, but like the first half of the season. But anyway, that was the repurposed script they used. Also, and the Joel Schumacher. Yeah, the Joel Schumacher era of the Batman movies. So you had Batman, Robin, Batman Forever, so like that. The next movie after it was going to be called Batman Triumphant, where Batman was going to get a hallucinogen by Scarecrow and start imagining that the Joker is still fucking with him. That's actually the plot of the video game Arkham Knight.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so they just repurposed it for that, Yeah, so that's all that. And then also, him and Robin in that same movie were going to get into a fight and, break up shit like that, which the whole plot of Arkham Knight was that he was fighting Jason Todd and shit. So that's what DC does. They will take old property, old scripts they don't use, repurpose them and do that again. So I'm thinking they actually did take cues from the Snyder Cut. Now, nobody is talking about this, but like we always do on this show, the shit that we talk about now, people will talk about 6 months from now, it'd be a big thing, and they pretend like we never said it. So, whatever. That's what we go. What else we going to talk about?
Yeah, so let's tell the two people who are listening.
Right. And then
say, hey, the bullies said this shit first.
We said it first, because we always say it. We always do this shit. 6 months later, it gets popular, and it's like, and they think like it's a brand new idea. We've already said this shit.
And just like I said, segue. Are you done yet?
I'm done. Yeah.
Okay. Segue. Palpatine.
Let's talk about it. Okay.
I said on our review on both Geek Savs and the Bullies review of Rise of Skywalker that, Palpatine was a clone, and how did they clone him and shit? Well, they basically ripped off Dark Empire because that's what they did. Okay. So the Rise of Skywalker novel was like advanced copies were released at C2E2 last week. And it basically confirms that, yes, Palpatine was a clone, and that when Darth Vader threw him off the balcony, and he was falling, he basically force projected his life force into one of the clones. Okay. Problem was, back then, this was 30 years ago in the Star Wars universe, they hadn't perfected a way to clone Palpatine that could sustain his power, because he was so powerful in the dark side that every time he went into a body, the body would start deteriorating. That's why he's all fucked up in Rise of Skywalker. And he's on all those tubes and IVs and shit, because he was just so ill that the every clone was breaking down. So that's essentially the plot to Dark Empire, which is a comic book that came out like in the 90s. Dark Horse put it out. And I said back then when we first talked about it, it sounds like the plot of Dark Empire. And now it's pretty much been confirmed. And I said it first.
Oh, I think they also, you did say it first. I think they also said that his son wasn't his son, but like another clone of him.
Oh, yeah. I guess that's another part in the book. There's all kinds of added, because, in the novels, the Star Wars novels, they're all full of added tidbits and shit. There's like scenes in the Phantom Menace novelization where little Anakin is like, facing off with the Sand People and shit, and like Wampa's attack Hoth and the Empire Strikes Back and shit like that.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I guess Rey's dad was a Palpatine clone, but didn't have the Force,
which I'm fine with.
Yeah. So he didn't fuck anybody. He just cloned himself, but it was a clone that didn't have the Force.
Yeah.
So that's why he discarded it. So, and this is all stuff. I mean, it's not so far-fetched because the Clone Wars. I mean, it's they had a whole war involving clones. So, the fact that Palpatine had worked on clones, and he always talked about Darth Plagueis cheating death and shit, that he had this constituent plan to after he was dead that he would somehow live on, and that's what he had done. So not too far-fetched.
I get it. Honestly, all that makes sense. I'm completely fine with that novelization and the plot of it. I just feel like it's all a retcon. I just feel like they just now thought about this shit now. Like, okay, we got it. It might even be a fan fiction. They might even heard you, Eli, and they were like, you know what? That's a smart ass idea. Let's go with that.
Yeah. Or Dark Empire. They just read.
They finally read Dark Empire. We did the same shit. Oh, did we? Let's do that.
Yeah, because they have been stealing from the extended universe the whole time. So
right.
It makes
they said it's not canon, but at the same time they canonize everything from it.
Yeah, they're just changing shit around,
Which I'm fine. I mean, it's nothing different from what Marvel does. I mean, Marvel never translate everything on the block. They just pick and choose and cherry pick what they like. So I don't see having a problem with Star Wars doing the same thing.
Yeah, Idris Elba on Asgard, sure.
Yeah, why not? Fuck it.
We, like I said, we bought all that time travel. In Endgame, even though it broke like every Doctor Who rule,
right?
But hey, fuck it, we don't give a shit. It's time travel. It doesn't exist anyway. Fuck it.
You can make your own rules for any movie you want. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can move on to the Batman.
The Batman.
The Batman. Okay, or we like to call it the Bat and the Furious.
Oh, that's clever.
Because they filmed a picture of the Batmobile. And it just looks like a souped-up Dodge Charger. It looks like something Vin Diesel would drive or did drive in, Fast Furious 6 or 7 or whatever.
Looks like Blades. Like that fucking. What was he driving? He was driving a Charger. Yeah, a Charger. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a popular car. A lot of badasses drive Dodge Chargers in movies.
Isn't that the General Lee? Isn't that the General Lee?
Oh my God. Yes. I'm saying that, but I used to watch Dukes of Hazzard every day. I mean, every week. Like if Friday came on, I watched it and I saw the Confederate flag, but I'm like, but I like the show. I should be bad, but I didn't. So yes, Batman is driving the General Lee. So it does have like this souped up turbo engine, jet engine in the back of the car that lights up bright red, stuff like that. So we're probably gonna see him like, shoot off like a rocket or some shit or whatever. So it probably have some shit to it, But like I said, it's minimalistic. I guess that's the rule they're going with. With everything Batman is and everything they're doing with this one. This isn't a tank. This isn't Ben Affleck's, futuristic car or a concept car or anything like that. It's just a Dodge Charger he just took and souped up. Like I said, I know I told this joke online, but I guess Lucius Fox is a used car salesman at a Dodge dealership, and he just slapped the hood of it. This baby gets 20 miles to the gallon. And he just bought it and that's it. So, but I'm fine with that. Like I said,
I thought it looked cool. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, basically what you're doing, you're selling me on this is the world you're making. Like this is my Batman. This is my Batmobile. As long as you keep that consistent tone, I'm on board. Don't do some shit like Age of Ultron. You know, where they sell the trailer as he's this emotionless Terminator and he's gonna be the most vicious, evil alien AI robot we've ever seen. And we watch the movie and he's just telling jokes and shit like that and acting like an evil Tony Stark. You know, don't do that. You know, keep a consistent tone. So as long as you're telling me this is the Batman world you're giving us, that's fine. Now, here's the thing, Eli. Another reason I'm fine with this also because people haven't realized it, haven't put the connection that this movie is a period piece movie. This movie takes place in the 90s.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I knew it was going to be like early in his career. That's all I know.
In the 90s.
But I didn't know they were, you know, so he's going to be like jamming closing time.
Right. Nirvana and all this shit like that. You can listen to Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre, you know.
Yeah, well, hopefully it has a better soundtrack than Captain Marvel.
Yeah, hopefully. Because here's the thing. Because what we've learned, even though with Birds of Prey underperforming, it seems like the DCEU is not dead. So this technically could be a prequel to the Ben Affleck Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I said, he already said Batman's been doing his Batman thing for 20 years. If they had the movie in the 90s, well, actually, they'd be the 2000s now. Fuck it. Maybe they push it back. We don't know.
Yeah, we're old. We're that old where the 2000s is all.
Oh my God.
Considered a long time
It's going to be a period piece for the 2000s? The new millennium?
Jeez.
Y2K? Yeah. Oh, shit. Damn. I don't want to relive that shit.
Yeah.
But maybe that's what they're going to do. Like I said, at the time when they made BVS, the 90s made sense to be a period piece. But now they literally could make it to 2000s and still be a period piece, and it could still be, you know, pre-Batman, you know, pre-Ben Affleck or whatever. So
yeah, all that America Online dial-up connection. And...
yeah, that would be so sad, man. No internet, analog, analog cell phones. Oh man, no iPhones. Ugh.
Yeah.
I don't want to go back
Discmans. Motherfuckers still bumping Discmans with the bass boost.
Right.
Song shuffle.
Tube TVs. Nope. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. So that's the Batman. What else we got on the list? You want to talk about... Well, let's stay with Batman. Want to talk about Christian Bale?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, okay. So Christian Bale has been confirmed. Like I said, we knew he was in Thor, Ragnarok, or Love and Thunder, or whatever the fuck the movie's called. We knew he was in it, but we didn't know his role he was playing. We still don't know what role he's playing, but what we do know is that he is the villain of the movie.
Oh,
now, everybody's, you know, suspecting who he's going to play, you know, he's going to be Beta Ray. Well, now we know he's not going to be Beta Ray Bill, so that's done. Some people saying he might be Galactus. Maybe. He's eating right now to gain weight for the role. You know, that's Christian Bale. But Eli, I want you to tell them who he's playing right now. Like I said, the comic bullies, we're never wrong. We're always right.
Well, so, you're me. I have no theory at all.
You do.
I do.
You do. Here's the thing. I do, but you have more experience with this shit than I do. So that's because I know you know his name.
I know his name.
You know his name. Okay, so I'm telling you who Christian Bale's playing right now, and Eli's gonna give you the name of the guy he's playing. I don't know the name, but I know who he's playing. So I guarantee you, we're gonna work together on this. I guarantee you, Christian
just
Bale.
A flea flicker, we do.
You know, he's not gonna be Pace Pop Pete or no shit like that. You know. So Christian Bale, and I'm guaranteeing you right now, I'm putting my stake on it right now. He is playing the CEO of Roxxon.
Oh, okay. I guess see what you're saying.
So what's the guy's name, Eli? Because I don't know it. Because I know you.
I forget. He's Mastodon. He's the Minotaur.
He's the Minotaur, right? But he's got some weird name, Dario.
Something like that. I don't know. I just know him as the Minotaur.
Anyway,
Sorry.
Christian Bale's gonna be a big ass Minotaur.
Okay.
We're telling you that right now because that's what's gonna happen. He's gonna be Christian Bale through the movie. He's gonna be Christian Bale, evil ass asshole CEO, because they don't want you to know that. At the end of the movie, he's the Minotaur. He's gonna fight Natalie Portman, Kristen Hemsworth, maybe both of them, Beta Ray Bill. I don't know. He's gonna fight somebody. That's when we're telling you this right now. That's where we're going. Why? Because Marvel, if nothing else, is predictable with their storytelling. Okay. That's what they do. They're
so he's not going to play Kang. Because I was going to say Kang, but
that would be awesome. But that would be too clever. They're not going to pull Kang out. They're not going to pull Kang out the dick just yet. They got to save Kang.
Yeah, I mean they got to save him for. I mean, yeah, that's the thing is Galactus and Silver Surfer without the Fantastic Four.
Some people say he might have been Mephisto. They're not gonna go there yet.
Mephisto, yeah.
I think that would be too heavy for an MCU movie.
I'm just trying to think because I'm not a big Thor guy, so I'm like, well, who's all his villains? And I guess they would be like space guys.
I mean, they do have space guys, but he got like some Earth guys too. He fight. You know what? He on Earth he just fights everybody else's villain. Like he fight the Juggernaut all the time and shit. You know.
Yeah.
He got the Wrecking Crew, but they're not like the tough bad guy. They're like the guys he like the level 1 boss fights. You know, he beats these guys in the first 5 panels of the book and then goes do some of the shit. You know?
Yeah.
He's got this rock monster. He fight Ulik the Conqueror or some shit. Always some cool fights and shit, but you know. He got some fight, but he needs something to separate himself because otherwise, because a lot of Thor's villains, they all like do the same shit, you know. So
now the Guardian's going to be in this because isn't he with the Guardians?
Oh yeah, so he'll be the Guardian, but I think I don't know where they're going to go with that. I'm thinking it's going to be a cameo. I think they're going to just drop him off and be like, okay, Thor, bye, and that's going to be it.
Yeah,
you know. So we'll see. Yeah, he's playing a big ass Minotaur, or he be playing Batman. By then, Marvel had bought DC by. So anyway, good news for Ben Affleck because you got Michael Keaton's playing a bad guy, Christian Bale playing a bad guy. So yeah, Ben Affleck, you're looking good. You're next. You'll be somebody. Shit, I think that's it. I guess we're gonna move on to the next part of the podcast.
Sure.
Yeah, let's jump to the video game section. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, so the video game section, briefly want to talk about 2 things. We're gonna talk about actually Mortal Kombat had a tournament tonight called Final Combat. So, I didn't know they had a tournament. I don't really take Mortal Kombat seriously as a fighting game. So having them have professional fighting game tournament, I'm like, whatever. I'll watch it to see if it, if I can take it serious like the other fighting games I see. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. They released at the end of the tournament, they released a new character.
Yeah.
And the character released was Al Simmons, aka Spawn.
Mm-hmm.
And he was voiced by, is it Keith David or David Keith? I get confused.
David Keith.
Are you sure?
Right? Oh shit.
Because they're actually 2 different guys.
Yeah,
David Keith, one of them was in Major League 2, and the other one is the voice of Spawn and the number 2 part of what was it? Tales from the Hood.
He was in like The Thing and
the one everybody confused with Ernie Hudson.
Yeah, he's in They Live and
right.
Fought right. Keith David.
Keith David. Okay, so David Keith is somebody else. Okay.
Yeah.
I like that guy. But yeah, so Spawn is in this. Got all his moves. He got his cape. He's got the chains. He'll put guns out on you and shit. His fatality actually has the cape. Like the cape will like rip your limbs off or some shit, or like skin you alive or some shit. I can't remember what it was. It looked awesome as fuck. So and then at the end he'll like bow to Malbosia or some shit. He even tried to recruit like his intro to Scorpion. He tried to recruit Scorpion to conquer hell.
Oh,
Scorpion,
no shit.
Yeah, Scorpion's like, well, I would, but I'm gonna lead charge. And like, nah, it didn't work like that. And then they just fought because they both like hell demons and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Look pretty fucking awesome. Like I said, Mortal Kombat 11 just completely impressed. It's a pretty game to look at. It's not a fun game to play. That's just me. Yeah. So I'm gonna watch this turn.
I have fun with it. That's one of the few fighting games. That and Tekken are like the 2 fighting games that I still buy. That I'll still buy.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Or Injustice, which is basically Mortal Kombat with superheroes.
Yeah. I like the first Injustice, but I think the second Injustice, they start throwing in so many damn new mechanics. I'm just like, I can't fuck with this. Nope, I'm done. I like the simplicity of the first one.
Yeah. And that's how I feel. Yeah, Mortal Kombat is just, that's just that.
Yeah, that's the thing about these fighting games. Like, they throw so many mechanics. Oh, you can do this. Oh, you can bounce out of this. Oh, you can do that. You can do the rollback. And like, I don't want to do all this shit. Give me something simple.
Yeah.
That's why I still say the best Street Fighter is Street Fighter 2. The first one. Without all the bullshit.
For the old Super Nintendo?
Yes. Hadouken, Shoryuken. Not all the EX cancels and the super and the critical art and the V trigger, the V skill. No. Simple shit.
Meter burn and
right. Oh shit. It's so. And another thing with Mortal Kombat. This is actually what had more interest than even Spawn. Mortal Kombat has an animated movie coming out.
No shit.
R-rated.
I think I heard about this. Was it on is Netflix doing it?
I don't know. I don't know who's doing it. They just released. It's coming on Blu-ray, but I don't know if like a streaming site is going to get anything like that.
I think somebody else is doing. Oh, there's an Aliens versus Predator anime that's supposed to be coming to Netflix.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's already like done. They like bought it or some shit. But yeah, but this Mortal Kombat one looks crazy. It's basically it's about Scorpion.
Okay.
Scorpion story. He was a ninja, got killed by Sub-Zero. He makes a deal with the devil, comes back. He does all the get over here and kills people like that. Like, it's super bloody. They were F-bombs dropping left, right in the trailer, so it's going to be real. Johnny Cage flipping somebody off. They got fatalities in it, so this is going to going balls to the walls with this. Because Mortal Kombat was actually bought by Warner Brothers, who was owned by AT&T. DC was actually doing their comics like a couple years ago. So. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm excited, but I was like, okay, I get to see the story of Mortal Kombat. Let's see what that is. So, yeah. Because, like I said, the same guys that were doing the Injustice storylines in the video games were doing the Mortal Kombat storylines in video games also. So they say that shit is just like a movie, And I think that movie comes out next year or the year after next, whatever. That and Massive Kung Fu.
Oh, yeah, the James Wan one?
Yeah, he's doing it. Okay, yeah, James Wan is doing that one. So, yeah, that's going to be awesome. It was something I want to talk about in the video game section. Oh yeah, PS4, PS5, and the Xbox. I want to make some quick shit. They listed the specs of what they're gonna be, and I just want to say something about the specs. They does look like that the Xbox Series X, whatever it's gonna be called, is like the next biggest thing or whatever. So that's cool, but it doesn't matter which one is more powerful because at the end of the day, the weakest one is the one that they're gonna make the games for. The more powerful one doesn't even matter. It's called parity. They're not going to overwork themselves to put all extra features in a more powerful system. It's like when the PS3 and the Xbox 360 came out. PS3 was supposed to be a lot more powerful than the Xbox 360, but the 360 is what they made all the games for. So when you got the games, there was no difference. It didn't matter. So same way with this shit. So just buy whichever one is cheaper. I'm telling you. That's my advice. So that being said, we can move on to the next part of the podcast.
Sure.
Okay, so this is the comic books bullies where we talk about comic books. And we're going to talk about the ones that came out this week. And I'm trying to see which one I'm going to talk about. Let me start with this X book first. This was a weird one. Marauders number 7, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, let me do Marauders number 7. So this is the one where you, okay, let me just start. So, this is the one where the book starts off with Pyro. I'm sorry, Marauders number 9. Damn, this shit flying. Okay, so the book starts off with Pyro landing off the Marauder ship going to Krakoa. He's got a girl hitting on stuff like that. He's at a party and he sees Jean Grey on a Trans Am, a Pontiac Trans Am, and they drive off around Krakoa just having fun. Now, of course, this whole thing is a dream sequence like I thought it was because it was actually constructed by Emma Frost. And the reason she's doing that is because Pyro has been hacked. Yellow Jacket, and not Hank Pym, the Yellow Jacket from, the Ant-Man movie, the bad guy, he has shrunk himself and now is swimming in Pyro's inside so he can sneak into Krakoa, like being a spy, because he's working for the Hellfire Club because he's mad at Krakoa or the X-Men for basically putting him out of business because his drug company is cutting his profits. So he's trying to sneak into Pyro to get in there, but they found him. So Emma Frost is playing an image in his head to make Yellow Jacket think that that's what he's seeing. And eventually they trick him and do some shit. Magneto finally finds him, uses magnetic powers, pull him out, throws him in the ocean for some reason. I don't know why they don't expect him shit like that. I don't know. And then, Kitty Pryde is dead, and they can't bring her back. And the book ends. Yeah. This was I don't know. I haven't been keeping up with the book. Like I said, I haven't been keeping up with the last Marauders book I read was like number 6. Now I'm on number 9. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
So you haven't read it? You haven't read those other ones?
No. The last one I read was Kitty Pryde going to the bottom of the ocean. I was like, oh, she's gonna get out of this. And they were like, no, she's dead. I'm like, oh fuck. Okay. I'm pretty sure they're gonna figure out how to get her back, but yeah, I don't know what the fuck's going on in this book. I was thinking they would give you like some cliff notes. No cliff notes. They just throw you in the shit. Pyro's riding around with Jean Grey in a Pontiac. He's like, you're supposed to just know what the fuck's going on. I'm like, okay. And they beat Yellow Jacket in like the first 10 pages, so it's just immediately going on to some other shit. I'm like, okay. So yeah, 3 out of 5. I hate it when, because this thing, every comic is somebody's first comic. So when you pick it up, you don't want to be like lost as fuck. You at least give me quick notes to find out what the fuck going on. You know, I'm just lost. I don't know what the hell's going on with this book. Yeah.
Okay. Would you give it a 4 out of 5?
Oh no, 3 out of 5. I only picked it up because Bishop was on the cover.
Okay.
Now, I do want to say something about Bishop that I like, because I know back in the 90s, Bishop had like this Jerry curl. You know, he showed up from the future. I'm like, I never liked that hairstyle. Now he's got dreads. So any black superhero with dreads, I'm buying a book, whether it's shitty like this or not. So
yeah. All right. Well, I guess I'll do since we're on Marvel, I'll do Spider-Man Noir #1. So this is Spider-Man Noir coming back. He's returned, written by Margaret Stoll, and
I thought they killed him, but okay.
Yeah, well, that's what they said. They thought he was dead, but he survived.
Because of course he does.
Yeah, for a time, it says for a time, you know, they thought he was dead. He had vanished. He was presumed dead, but after a Nazi Zeppelin was brought down over Midtown by a pair of wall-crawling interlopers, whisper of his returns have begun anew. So we don't really know how he got back, but, you know, and I never read Spider-Man Noir ever. So I just picked this up because I thought it looked cool, and the art is really good. Who's this guy? Juan Ferreira. Okay. Good art. Awesome art. So this is just a hard-boiled detective story, you know, take place in the 40s or 50s or whatever. And, you know, mobsters and, you know, the Kingpin as thugs and shit. He's a crime boss, you know, and Peter Parker is this hard-boiled detective in the fedora. He's investigating a murder. Someone got killed at the Black Cat nightclub, and he uncovers this some sort of conspiracy plot involving, you know, the Nazis, and he ends up flying at the end of the book. He ends up flying across to England to go investigate. But this was a lot of fun. I surprisingly enjoyed this. It started out with just action, like, you know, he's got guns and shit, and trench coat, and, you know, he looked like a mobster. It was like a lot of fun. And he's flipping, and, you know, a lot of fun action right off the bat, really cool action. And then it settled into the whole detective story. And, yeah, I enjoyed it. I give it a 4 out of 5.
I just don't trust Marvel with their detective noir stories. I don't know. It's because it's Marvel.
Yeah, I mean, it's not fucking, you know, it's not Brubaker doing Criminal or anything. Right. Or, you know, it ain't Sin City. You know, It ain't no Frank Miller shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, there's no chicks stuffed in a refrigerator. It's Spider-Man. It's Spider-Man. Yeah, it's Spider-Man, you know, solving, you know, crimes and, you know, the pulp crime novel type of, you know, influence. It's there. Yeah, it's not totally harsh and brutal and dark, but it was fun. I mean, I enjoyed it. And I like the art is great. The art is awesome. So.
Cool. All right. Oh, did you give it a score?
Yeah, 4 out of 5.
Oh,
I'm probably gonna pick up the next one because I enjoyed it.
Spider-Man, okay, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. I mean, if you pick it up, I might pick it up myself, jump on the bandwagon too, just to see what the fuck's going on. Now, I feel like I want to know what's going on. All right. So the next book I'm gonna read. What's the name of this book? I probably should say this last, but I'm not. This is Strange Adventures, #1.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh fuck! It's on the banner. Let's look it up.
No peer pressure this time. I almost picked it up because all y'all were, and I was like, you know what?
You know this is in. You know this is right up our alley. You know this is.
I was like, nah, fuck it.
Come on, you know that Tom King deconstruction about a hero, but not, you know, all that. That's the shit we live for, man. Yeah, okay. So Adam Strange, and this book didn't go. Okay, let me give some background on who Adam Strange is, because he's like a very obscure D-list hero. So I'm gonna just give for the listeners who he is. Basically, Adam Strange thing is, and he's been around since like the 50s or some shit. He's a regular dude, archaeologist. He found this space beam called the Zeta beam that zaps him to another planet like billions of miles away. And he goes there and he finds this beautiful princess, because of course that's what you do. He finds this kingdom that announced him as their savior. He's been prophesied as the one supposed to save them from save their kingdom. So he gets like this space suit, he gets this rocket pack, this laser pistol, and he fights to save their kingdom. but he can only stay there for a certain amount of time. How much time is different? Maybe a week, maybe a month, maybe a year, whatever. And he has to teleport back to Earth. So while he's back to Earth, he just always searches and uses his archaeological brain to find out when that Zeta beam is going to pop up again. When it's there, he tries to find his way to get there so he can teleport back over there so he can fight monsters and have sex with the beautiful princess, you know. Oh, Corona. Okay, so that's his thing. So that's what the book is. So the book is right now, actually the way it is now, and it didn't go the way I think it is. So Adam Strange is on Earth, and he's this big celebrity. He has this book signing that he, you know, people always come to him for. He's doing all these talk shows. He's doing like the press circuit. And he's just talking about the book, and the book is detailing his, like, the book is called Strange Adventures, but he's just talking about his life on planet Ran. Ran is the planet that he gets teleported Zeta beam to or whatever like that. And his wife, Elena, who's the princess of their planet, she's here also. How she got here, I don't know. I figured out later on. But that's the thing. So he's at this book signing. Everybody's cool. They like his stories. They think he's awesome. But you got this one asshole in the crowd that's cursing him out, calling him a baby killer, and how he killed all these people. And he's not really this war hero. He's this murderer because when he read the book, these people were just trying to protect themselves. He just went out there. So basically, you know, they're trying to paint him as like everybody else is painting him as this war hero that he saved Ran. But this asshole is basically making it seem like that he just went out just murdering people just for no reason, just in the name of Rand, and just made it seem like it was Rand, you know. And basically the guy dies later on in the book. He gets shot in the head by a laser. Nobody knows what happened. It's all in the news. Everybody thinks Adam Strange did it. Adam Strange is like, oh shit, let me find out. I need somebody to help me. So he goes to Batman. And he's like, Batman, I need you to investigate this murder, interrogate me. That way we can make sure that I had nothing to do with it. Everybody think I had something to do with it. Batman's like, nope. And so, but I will find a guy that's as smart as me that can do this shit and help you out. You're like, hey, thanks, all I asked for. And the book ends with Mr. Terrific walking through the door. You're like, I'm gonna help you out and find, get to the bottom of this mystery. At the end. Yeah, so I briefly heard what Ryan talked about it, Gomer talked about it. He hated the book. I didn't hate it. It wasn't what I expected. It didn't go where I thought it was going to go. I thought it was going to be like Alan Moore wrote it back in the 80s where everybody just thought Adam Strange was fucking crazy. Because he's just like on Earth, he's just a regular human. But he telling all these fantastical stories about Planet Ran, a planet nobody's ever heard of, nobody went to. He just sounded like a crazy dude. So I thought they were going to go that angle, like, oh, it's all in his head, it's all in his mind, like that. No, he didn't do that. No, Adam Strange is a superhero in the Justice League, all this shit like that. But they just treating him like basically anytime a war hero comes back from war, and they treat them like murderers and baby killers like that. That's the angle he's going with it, which I'm like, I don't know if that's as interesting, but I'll go with it. Okay. I do like one thing that there was a visual cue that I didn't realize first I read it again, that there are two different artists on the book. One artist is like when he's on Earth and he's doing a book signing, celebrities like that, they got like this artist, you know, that does like real life detail and shit like that. So like realistic, real life. And that's the Earth art. Now, when he's in Ran and in space, that's that comic booky art that you expect to see when you're in it. So it's contrast, you know, like every other page is like different art styles with it, which I thought was actually pretty interesting, you know, for a book, what they did. Like I said, I'm interested to see where it's gonna go because I've always liked Adam Strange as a character. He's basically John Carter from Mars. He's basically that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that's all he is. But I'm just curious to see where it's gonna go with it. Tom King, when he's in short bursts like this, he doesn't let me down. So I'm just gonna curious to see where it goes from this. I do think that it's Black Label, but it doesn't feel Black Label-ish.
Oh, it is Black Label?
It's Black Label, yeah. But you expect Black
How
Label.
How much was it?
Like $5.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. You know, the Black Label, the DC is kind of hurting your pockets lately, but yeah, this one wasn't that bad. So, but at the same time, why they keep bleeping out words like shit and stuff like that? You know, go all out. Black Label me up. You know, fuck, titties, ass.
Bat dick.
Right.
Bat wing.
Just swinging, just all over, just free. You know, just go all out, man. I don't know why they keep holding back this Black Label like this. I don't know. So, yeah, overall, I'm going to give the book, honestly, I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5 because I did like how the contrasting art style did make you feel like you was in one planet and the next page you was another planet, and I thought they portrayed that very well, and it wasn't predictable like I thought. Oh, he's just crazy, it's all in his head. Tom King in the back of the book with the interview specifically said he wasn't going to go that angle because it's been done before. So, yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, since we're on DC, I guess the only other shit I read on DC was Batman. Batman 90.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about this, but I'm gonna let you talk about it. But I'm gonna interject some things.
Well, you can.
No.
You can join. Well, it will be a joint effort.
Cool. Collaboration.
Yes. So this is the Dark Designs part 5. So what's been going on is there's some mystery villain called the Designer who has basically pit all of Batman's villains against him to pull off the ultimate crime or whatever, the ultimate fuck up Batman. He's had Deathstroke with a bunch of other assassins going around causing diversions, and it picks up right after last issue where Harley Quinn is he basically let Harley Quinn take over his drones to sort of cause a diversion and keep Deathstrokes and the assassins busy, So Harley Quinn's got Jones and she's fucking shooting at him and shit. Pretty funny. And so he's with Catwoman, and she's basically telling him about what had happened, and that it was back in the day. It's a flashback. She was in on it back when Batman first started and was fucking around with Robin and all that. The villains, like back in the 60s or whatever, because Catwoman's got her purple outfit and shit. The Riddler and Penguin and Joker, they all met with this guy called the Designer. And he's saying that, he had experience with, crime, and he had a detective that was always foiling all his jobs. So he made it his point to, defeat him once and for all, and he was going to help Batman's villains do the same shit. So they all have a meeting with this designer. Catwoman goes in and says her ultimate crime is, she wants to rob like a billionaire. Penguin goes in and says he wants to assassinate all his enemies and become mayor. Riddler goes in and says, yeah, I want to create this huge, technological labyrinth that will cripple the city's infrastructure, and then the Joker goes in and basically drives him mad. The Designer comes out and says, okay, this guy's fucked up and I got to kill him because he's fucked up, and he tries to kill the rest of them, but they end up fighting, and then Joker straight up kills the Designer. Says, so that's when Catwoman knew, okay, and that's when she got a glimpse of what Joker will become. So whatever the Joker said, because the Designer was like, what's your ultimate crime? What's the most, the best heist you could ever pull, the best job that you could ever pull off? And whatever he told the Joker, the Designer said, okay, you got to
kill everybody.
yeah, this guy cannot go on. But Joker ends up shooting him, and he's thought to have been dead. So now we're in the present time, and the Designer is somehow still alive and is still knows all of the criminals' plans, including Catwoman's, which was to rob a billionaire. And then Batman's like, oh shit, I got to get going because you were trying to rob me and my family, weren't you, bitch? And he takes off. So that means the Designer's trying to rob me. So he takes off, and that's where the book ends.
Yeah,
continued.
that's what I'm saying. Like it's a lot of stuff in there. This is a slower book than what Tini has been giving us before, but I like it because it's giving us some backstory on it. Basically what the Designer is doing, all the plans, because that assassin, I'm gonna get a team of assassins and go kill people. That was Penguin's plan. That Designer's like, no, I'm gonna take your plans and use it against you.
Yeah.
So that's what he's doing now, and I'm thinking that's pretty interesting. Now, here's what I want to talk about. The Designer talked about an old detective or old hero he used to fight. Yeah, I think I know who he's talking about.
I think, and I when I was reading this, I'm like, I wonder if Leroy's going to bring this up.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I'm like, oh shit, I think I know who he's talking about. I think he's talking about the Shadow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I think. But you like I said, DC may or may not own the rule rights.
Yeah. At first, I was thinking Zorro because they were sword fighting at first, but then as he kept talking about his thing, it looked a little bit like the Shadow or or even the Spirit or whatever.
Somebody like, and you know, it could be anybody. The fuck, Spirit, Shadow, Zorro, whatever. It's one of those guys. But I guess who it is, it doesn't really matter because they're not going to show up anyway. But I just thought that was pretty interesting. Also, like you said about the Joker, about his plan, I think what they're doing is hinting at in this story. Like, okay, because we gotta remember the Joker used to be this jokey guy, stuff like that, pulling height, stuff like that. Now all of a sudden he's a mass murderer, cutting his own face off, and shit like that. And I think what they're saying is that this is the beginning of that.
Yeah,
you know, this is where he started like to go off the rails because, like I said, right at first, Joker is with them. Like we don't see Joker with Penguin or Riddler, Catwoman nowadays because they don't fuck with him because they're like, okay, this guy is too crazy. We can't be around him.
Yeah.
But he's cool with them now. So I'm thinking like this is the point where they just split ways. Like, okay, we can't hang around you anymore because you're insane.
Yeah. You know. And that's what Catwoman said. She goes, that was the first time I got a glimpse into the Joker's eyes and I could see the madness and that he's basically evil incarnate.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
And I think whatever plan, because all the plans they have, the designer made for them. I'm thinking that whatever plan, because we know the Joker War is coming. So I'm thinking whatever that is designer's plan that he gave Joker.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. Oh, and you know why this book is selling so high? Because everybody thought Punchline was going to be in it.
Oh,
she's nowhere in it.
But the designer is.
The designer's in there. I don't like his design.
Yeah, he was a little he's a little fluffy. Like
you
literally
call yourself
fluffy.
The designer, but this shit ugly as hell. Keep it simple, you know. So that's my thing with the book. So yeah, Tinny is killing it with this book, man. I mean, he's out the gates just going. I'm loving it.
Well, this is where it kind of slowed down. This is where we got some exposition, but the exposition was cool because we got to see those old flashbacks and basically explain, like it furthered the story, and was intriguing. You know, it wasn't just flashbacks of just for what just to explain what was happening. It was just this is launching the story into a new direction because it's just been all action packed.
Yeah, I mean, and they say he earned this slow issue because he's given us Batman beating ass like the last 5 issues. Yeah, so he's earned this.
Yeah, awesomely beaten ass.
Like, right.
The art is still great. I mean,
right.
Yeah. This is like the best Batman has been in a long time.
That's the thing. Now we've gotten past the Tom King deconstruction of the trauma of Batman. Like, okay, yeah, we get it. Now we're just getting Batman just fucking up people and using gadgets and hitting bad guys with trucks and shit. Like, okay, I feel like Batman is back reading this.
Yeah.
So I don't know what you give it. I'm gonna give it a 4.5 out of 5, especially if they are alluding to the Shadow. Now, if the Shadow pops up later on, we have an issue. We have a story here.
Yeah. No shit. So no, I give it a 4 out of 5 too. Yeah, it was good. It was good. Like like I said, Batman's like back to being one of my favorite books now. Like I look forward to reading Batman now.
That's the thing. I look forward to reading Batman again. Now if we just get Bendis off Superman,
I almost picked up Villains.
I almost did, and I was
then I was flipping through it, and I'm like, nah.
That's exactly what I said. I was like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay, so last book I have is Strange Academy, number 1, and it's written by Scotty Young, which actually that would have me more excited than anything else. That Scotty Young is doing the Marvel book. I'm like, okay.
So this is Marvel, like not okay.
That's the thing. Like it's Marvel, but Scotty Young is like the most un-Marvel, creator out there. That's what I'm like. Scotty Young doing another Marvel book?
Yeah.
Okay. So the book is about this girl, and she's our POV character, Emily Bright. She's this young girl that all of a sudden got magic abilities. Her dog died. She wished him back to health, like that. But magic has a cost, so she had to expel the energy somewhere else. A tree tried to eat her. That's when Zelma Stanton pops up. If you don't know who Zelma Stanton is, she's in the Dining Case run of Doctor Strange. I'm not gonna explain that shit. She's there. She recruits her to come to her magic school. So the school is in, and all of a sudden, I don't know why this is a brilliant idea. It's in Bourbon Street in New Orleans, Louisiana, which I've been there. It makes completely perfect sense. There's some weird shit goes on down there, so it just makes sense. There's a magic school in there. I wouldn't be surprised. She goes to magic school. She sees all kind of other magic kids and shit like that. And the teachers are there. You got Dr. Voodoo, who's there. Zelma, like I said, is there. Loki is there. And since Loki is there, he has frost giants walking all over the place and shit. because he's king of the Frost Giants. So like, I want them to learn magic. Like, okay. Dormammu's son is there. So they got Kid Dormammu. He's just there. Two twin boy Asgardians.
This is really making sense now that Scotty Young's doing this.
This is like I said. If you've never read, please everybody read. Just pick up a Scotty Young comic. What was that weird ass comic he did a couple years ago?
I hate Fairyland or fuck Fairyland.
I hate Fairyland. Yes, I was like, this is the weirdest fucking shit I've ever read. But it was interesting. That's the thing.
Yeah, art's crazy. I mean, it's total cartoony.
Yeah.
Art.
Yeah. Now he didn't do the art in this. I don't think they'll ever let Scotty Young do another Marvel art book. But this is Alberto Ramos, the same guy that did Champions, whatever. But it felt like he's trying to mimic what Scotty Young would have done. Like but he's doing it in his own style. Like I said, there's a demon called Despair. Basically, like magic people just pop up all over the place like that. Then other teachers start popping later on after we get introduced to all the kids and shit. So you got all the magic users in there. You got Scarlet Witch, Damon Hellstrom, the son of Satan, Shaman. What's it? I don't know how to.
Okay.
One of the guys. Magic.
Indian dude?
Yeah. From Alpha Flight.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's there. Magic, Ilana Rasputin from New Mutants, she's there. Somebody else too. Fuck it. Oh. And then everybody, the last guy. Yeah, they're like, okay, you name all the guys, where the fuck is Doctor Strange? Why is the Sorcerer Supreme not here? And all of a sudden, Doctor Strange teleports out of nowhere, and he's being attacked by some kind of like hell demon, some shit like that. He's like, "Hey kids, any of y'all want to earn extra credit? Help me kill this monster." They're like, "I do." So the kids start fucking up the monster and shit like that. They blow up the monster, and Doctor Strange is like, "Yeah, I'm gonna give you a few words. You're in good hands with my teachers or whatever like that. But I'm gonna just let you know that I know a bunch of y'all badasses. Some of y'all don't even need to be here because y'all already know enough magic as it is. But learn, have fun, don't get killed. Boom. That's the end of the story. So yeah, it's a Scotty Young Marvel book. It's exactly what you think it was gonna be. It's Harry Potter. That's what it is.
That's what I'm about to say. It sounds like Harry Potter with Marvel characters.
But isn't Harry Potter just X-Men?
I guess. I suppose.
I mean, that's the thing. I mean, I'm
now
just
that
saying.
I think about it, I
Here's
guess
the
they're at a school. They're at a school.
They're learning. They got these weird powers and shit like this. You can say Harry Potter's a ripoff of X-Men. Here's the thing: in X-Men 2, now, do you remember the little boy with the glasses that could blink his eyes and turn on TV on and shit?
No, it's been a while since I watched that.
I know nobody remembers frame by frame of the X-Men movies like I do.
Sorry,
but that was supposed to be a nod to it. That boy was supposed to be Harry Potter.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and that's why they wanted to make sure that when the SWAT team, like the insane assassin team came in, they was the first boy that got shot.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So you could say that Strange Academy is ripping off Harry Potter, but Harry Potter rips off X-Men, and X-Men rip off Doom Patrol. This is just a thing. Everybody rips off everybody. But yeah, this is very much. This is Harry Potter. Let's do this. Scotty Young is just Scotty Younging it up. Got all kind of crazy shit in there.
It sounds fun. I might actually check it out.
I got a gripe with this book though. I do have a gripe. Okay. My gripe is they're throwing in way too many fucking characters. Like I said, I name all these hill demons and fairies and ice frost giants and Asgard and shit like that. I didn't even name all the characters. Because I think Dr. Voodoo got like a niece or some shit that knows voodoo or some shit. And they just keep popping up. Like every page is just 2 or 3 characters popping up. I'm just like, the pace of this book is too chaotic. Let's take this back to, like I said, this is already an X-Men ripoff anyway. Let's take it back to X-Men. The very first X-Men book that Stan Lee and Jack Kirby wrote. Now, basically how that book is, and I remember the exact pacing of this book, frame by frame, because if you write a comic, it's the blueprint to write a comic. Jean Grey hops out of taxi, walk into the mansion, see Professor X, meet the 5 boys, they introduce each other, play around, Fat Magneto, boom, that's the book. There's only 7 characters total in that book. You remember every single pace and every single frame of that book because it was just masterfully paced. This shit, they're throwing in so many fucking characters, you can't remember everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So by the time you get to the 2nd or 3rd issue, you're just like, it's too much stuff going on. Now, I don't mind you introducing the characters, but at the same time, if you're going to have this point of view character, her name is Emily Bright. She's supposed to be our Kitty Pryde, our Jean Grey, our Jubilee type, Mary Sue type character. We're supposed to follow through the story. Stick with her. But they kept bouncing around all over the place to like down to like, okay, you losing me. That's why after I finished reading the book, I almost kind of forgot everything that happened because they kept throwing so much shit at you. So, that's just my opinion on it. It seems like a fun book. I just think they just get I don't know, get a better flow to the story. That's all. And that's actually a lot of problem I have with a lot of comics nowadays. I think a lot of comics just throwing so much shit at you, they don't give you time to like really just grasp what happened because they want to catch your attention so much.
Yeah, they got this cool idea. Let's just cram all this shit into one issue, and
And can you blame them? Because that's the thing. Like if it don't catch you in the first issue, they cancel the shit.
Yeah, this ain't gonna make it. They're not gonna make it to issue 3,
right? So like, damned if you do, damned if you don't. But that's just how I feel. So yeah. Overall, I'm gonna give the book a 3.5 out of 5. It was pretty cool. The characters that did pop up, they did seem interesting, and they did have like good chemistry with each other. It's just there's so many fucking characters. I mean, I know it's a school, but still. So that's what I got. So you got anything else?
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do this Vamperonica New Blood #3.
Oh,
so this is the Archie horror comics that have been going on that I've been so into lately. And so this is Veronica. She is a vampire. Her whole family, she comes from a long line of vampires in Riverdale, dating back to, it turns out that her great grandfather, her ancestor, was the first vampire to land in America. While this is going on, there's this tough vampire gang is going around, kind of like, bad vampires. There's like a bad vampire crowd going around trying to fuck up everything in Riverdale. So Veronica's kind of trying to search for allies and all that. And she finds her dad's like a diary in her dad's study, and it talks about her ancestor, Sir Francis Lodge, who was basically like a buccaneer, in the 1600s, and used to kind of like a pirate, just went around, killing, other ships and drinking their blood. And there was a mutiny. They threw him off the boat. His crew threw him off the boat, made him walk the plank and shit. And this dude was about to get eaten by a shark. He bites and drinks the shark.
Okay,
which I thought was awesome. And then he swims to the America. And then he finds the Indians and starts killing the Indians. It's drinking their blood, and the Indians are all hunting him and shit. And he eventually settles in what is now Riverdale and builds a cabin. And pretty much settlers start coming around and colonizing the area. And he just kind of starts eating them, drinking their blood. And then soon the first werewolves come to America, and there's a big war. And this is referenced in the Jughead the Hunger book. Where Jughead is a werewolf, and there's a war. There was Jughead the Hunger versus Vamperonica, and it talks about how vampires and werewolves were adversaries way back in the colonial times, and that the French-Indian War was actually fought over vampire and werewolves supremacy of the Americas and shit. So eventually her ancestor starts, encountering werewolves, and that leads to the war, the French-Indian werewolf vampire war, and yeah, he's basically settles in Riverdale, and she kind of suspects that he might be alive still somewhere, and that's kind of because she's reading this diary, and that's kind of where it ends. So this was a lot of fun. This is just another flashback. We're getting to see her ancestor sort of, come to America. And I think there was a little, I'm native, so I read into all that shit. I saw there's a comment on the colonization of America where they're likening, the settlers as vampires.
Oh, damn.
You know what I mean? So, which is an interesting idea, but this was a lot of fun. He's killing werewolves and ripping their heads off. He fucking kills and bites and drinks a shark's blood. So right there, that's thumbs up for me. So yeah, 4 out of 5. Like I said, I'm into these Archie horror books, and this is great. So yeah.
Okay.
I'm done.
Cool. Oh, that's well. I'm done too. Like I said, you did my book, so. Yeah, like I said, you listen this long, just like, share, subscribe. Just listen to our sister podcast. We have Geek Savs and we have Common Cast. What's happening in Geek Savs right now, Eli? I know y'all got some stuff going on.
Oh, while Anthony's on tour and Geek Savs is on hiatus, I'm doing the Clone Wars Escape Pod, which is I'm just watching and reviewing each Clone Wars episode each week. So,
nice. Okay. Did it say how long the season's going to be or how many episodes?
I think it's 12 episodes. So
nice, meaty. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And episode 3 is just went up today. Gomer just posted it. So it's available now. And they're short. They're 20 minutes to under 30 minutes, basically.
Not like this long shit. We just talk about nothing.
I'm just talking about one episode a week. So I don't go too long.
I never understand how we're as long as Comic Cast. They have like 5 guys on the episode talking about all kind of shit, and it's just us.
Yeah, and a guest. They have a guest.
And a guest, right? It's who's going to be the most epic. What other podcasts we have? We have This Geeks and Comics, the comic shit talk show, or whatever they're calling it now. We have, I guess, Hoodoo TV. Oh, we do have it. Don't have it. I don't know. Get Valiant. They're going to be they're going all crazy next week. So, yeah. Get Valiant is going to be a thing. So, they're listening to them. I might listen to them so I know what the fuck's happening next week.
Yeah, I'll go. Yeah, listen to their pod and then go see the movie, and you'll like have all these insights and shit.
Yeah, otherwise just walking like I have questions. Because here's the thing, Eli. People are gonna ask us about this fucking movie, and we don't know shit.
Yeah.
What else we have? Wrestling Council. We have that. We have. Well, I think that's it. I might be missing one. Instruments of Destruction. Yeah. The Transformers one. Yeah, that one. Yeah, so next week, like I said, we're going to talk about Bloodshot. I don't know anything about it, so I'm just going to go in blind and just see what happens and just expect a good movie. Just see. I'm not going to worry about whether or not it clashes with issue 235 that came out in 1993 or whatever. Like, just watch it. Just whatever happens. You know. Anything else you got to add, Eli? Or?
I'm good.
Cool. Next week we'll come with it. So until then, this is Leroy.
This is Eli.
We'll talk to you guys next week. Same bullet time, same bullet channel. Cool.